All right, for this video, we're going to be going over some basic screen functions. When you first connect your patient to the monitor, I have them hooked up to a 12 lead this time as well. You want to start with putting their name in. So you just click on new patient, and then you have information and an event list. Now for this, you want to click on first name. You get a real keyboard. Unless you like doing it with the speed dial, you can still have that option as well. So we'll just type my information in and then last name. All right, and scroll down their date of birth. And it's automatically male. It automatically calculates the age right there. As for their weight, you can click on that and it will automatically figure their weight in kilograms. Okay, when you get down there, you can just touch the screen, that drops down. Now if you have them hooked up to the 12 lead, then you can go down here to 12 lead. If you just want to see specific leads, click on the green, lead select, we go 2, 3, AVF, V4, there we go, and take that off. So now we have those right there. If you see something you don't like, then you can click on 12 lead, which will bring you to this screen right here. And when you want to acquire a 12 lead, then just have them sit still, no moving, no talking for a little bit. You hit acquire. You can add their race and reason for their suspected chest pain, so suspected ACS, whatever the case may be. Hit OK, and you can see it is acquiring right now. All right, so when it acquires, you have a full 12 lead right here in front of you. And then whichever lead is highlighted, you have a 10-second strip down here at the bottom. If you want to analyze a different lead, then say lead 5, highlights lead 5. Now you have a full 10-second strip down here. The caliper option, you can turn that on. So if you need to measure, say, a PR interval, or if you want to see if it's a regular or irregular rhythm, I can see this being handy in a tachyrhythm. A few different ways you can change this. You can move it with your fingers. The little bit easier way is go to your speed dial, and you see it's blinking on that caliper there. You click on that, and then you can move that caliper with your speed dial. Come over, click on that one. And you can even click the whole caliper to move as well. But let's say if I want to see if this is a regular or irregular rhythm, I'm going to place each caliper on the complex. There we go. All right, so I have them placed on each complex. Now there's a button over here called the march. You can turn the march on, and it will take the same 0.83 second interval and repeat it. So you can see that this is a regular rhythm. Okay, turn the march off. You can turn your calipers off, and you can do this with every lead that you have. So this is the 3x4 view. You also have a 6x2 option, and it looks like this. You can also go to analysis, and there's not any elevation on this rhythm here, but if there was any elevation of more than 1 millimeter or any depression greater than 0.5 millimeter, it would be lit up in red or highlighted in red, so it would show you where the potential infarct is occurring. To transmit, you can do this a couple of ways. One way is from this page here. You can select which hospital you're going to, And which report do you want to send them? Do you want to send them the 12 lead, the code summary, or the complete? And then hit send. If you have multiple 12 leads, then they will show up in here. So we'll cancel that. And when you're done, well, on this button here, if you've taken multiple 12 leads, they will also show up in this little screen here. When you're done, you can just go back to live. And it looks like that. Go back to your home screen. So something that I meant to show you with the blood pressure before, if you no longer need to take a blood pressure, or the patient is not allowing you to take a blood pressure and you need to unplug it, or the pulse ox, either one, you can unplug it, but you're going to get that error right there. And it's going to keep beeping at you every few seconds to let you know that the blood pressure hose is disconnected. So to stop that, you're going to click on the gray, which is the blood pressure, and you're going to click on remove. Remove BP channel, yes, okay. Now it's gone. And you can do the same with the pulse ox. After you unplug it, you can remove it, just like that. You can put another lead up there if you would like. So you can see a total of 5 leads if you do not have the pulse ox and the blood pressure connected. Now, once you connect the blood pressure and the pulse ox again, it will kick off the last lead. And then you connect your blood pressure, and it will kick another one off, but you can click on the green lead select. We still have 2, 3, and AVF on there, so we'll add lead 4 or V4. All right, now where the time is displayed up here, you can click on the time, and it also shows you the amount of time that your monitor has been on. You can click on the batteries, and it will bring this screen up. It shows you your device ID, the serial number. If you're ever asked to get the serial number, this is the easiest way to get it. Has your the software, has battery information, battery 1 and 2, Bluetooth, cellular, Wi-Fi, the manufacturer date, any information you may need about this monitor. You can click on settings. This is a lot of the printer settings. When we have the printers connected, this will make more sense. Get rid of that menu, hit the down button. For alarms, you can click on alarms. You can turn on the VFib, VTAC. Alarms is unavailable while pacing or the CPR timer is going. You can change your patient type from adult to pediatric, or even neonate. Alarm audio, pause 2, 5, 10, or 15 minutes. Another feature that I wanted to show you here, let's say the blood pressure. You can click on alarms there. This will show you your blood pressure alarms, any blood pressure, systolic pressure higher than 180 or lower than 85, and then your diastolic higher than 110 or lower than 55. You can also set alarms for your pulse ox. Anything lower than 85 will alarm you. It also has the pulse rate. Anything higher than 140 or lower than 50 will alarm you. You can do alarms on your leads as well. Heart rate greater than 140, lower than 50. It's going to start alarming you. On your 12 lead, all right, so something happened. You can see that we went into asystole. I'm not sure why, but it will give you this alarm. Your patient beacon is flashing red, and showing you what's going on. Okay, now we have a rhythm again. If you need to do a V4R from your 12 lead screen, you can click on V4 and then just click on V4R. And it is labeled as V4R. So when you acquire another 12 lead, it will be labeled as V4R. So even when you transmit it, you see right there is V4R. So even when you transmit it, it will be labeled as V4R. Down here at the bottom, we went over the alarms, we have the events. So let's go back to the home, events. So on quick buttons, you can see where epi and CPR have a little timer next to them. So when you hit epi, it will say right here, event added, epinephrine. Now the clock or the timer will start counting down from 3 minutes. You give an epi every 3 to 5 minutes. I'll come back to this in just a second. But you also have aspirin, nitro, and CPR. Under quick events, you have a few more meds. Under medications, this is all the medications that we carry on our medic trucks. And then under treatments, airway, CPR, IV, IO access, oxygen, ROSC, and intubation. If you do any of these, try to remember to log them. So let's say we gave aspirin, we gave nitro, treatments, intubated. Now, if something happens during the call that you want to remember, you can hit this little flag button. Now it will flag or log a general event. So just say event added. So it will timestamp it for you, but you're gonna have to remember what it was that happened at that time. If you wanna go back and look and see what all you've done for this patient, click on their name, go to event list, and here's everything that we have done. Every vital you've taken, every 12 lead, and this is everything I've done since I've had the monitor on. So there's pacing, there's synchronized cardioversion, there's everything. If you want to see something specific, go to treatments. There's your oxygen, intubation, any medications we gave, generic, remember the one you have to remember what happened, and then any 12 leads. So we have acquired 2 12 leads. So that's where you can find those. If you want to see everything in chronological order, this is where it's at. It has both real time and the number of minutes that has lapsed since the monitor was on. All right, go back to home. Now the epi, it's still counting down. And when it gets to 30 seconds, it will show up right here. There we go. So when it gets to 30 seconds, it will count down, and just letting you know, giving you time to prepare another one if you need to give another one. But if you end up giving another epi, you're gonna hit the check mark. If you end up not giving an epi, you're gonna hit the X, and it will not count down anymore. But I wanna show you when you get down to 0, what it does next. So get down to 0, it beeps at you, lets you know, now it's counting up. So you know it started at 3 minutes. You have to give an epi every 3 to 5. So by this, keeping track of time for you, you know you're already at 3 minutes, now you can go up to 2 minutes more. And let's say we don't need to give another one, so we'll just hit the X, and that's off. For CPR, it will add that event, but then it's also going to count 2 minutes. Now you shouldn't be on this screen if you're doing CPR, it should be on your pads, but that is another event that you can log as well. All right, well, this is the Lifepak 35. Don't forget, unplug that blood pressure. All right, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us.